All right, so rumors got out by now. Obviously, everybody knows that I tried Diablo 4 Season 4 Loot Reborn. Come on, you piece of junk. It's Hawg, baby. How about y'all? You got Hawg. Thanks for stopping by. So a lot of y'all come over to Twitch and ask me, is it worth installing this thing? So look, here's my answer. Depends. So there's two things. If you're a player that the only complaint you had with Diablo 4 was the loot, it might be fixed for you. Go ahead, install, try. If the loot was only one of a plethora of issues that you had, the game's going to be the same for you. So I hadn't played the game in 10 months, and I thought, all right, we're going to get a fresh start, get to look at it all over again. And as I played the game, the more I remembered why I didn't like the game. So the positives about this stuff are XP gains a lot better. They got rid of those weird kind of conditional damage things, even though there's still some left over, like on a dagger, you'll see damage to close enemies, and on one of the aspects I saw, you'll see distant enemies. You'll see things like that. I don't really like those close and distant indicators. It's too much. I don't know. It's too stupid to me. But that's there. I noticed that they fixed things about, well, I won't say fixed because they weren't problems that I had, but they changed things like you're no longer able to upgrade your items at the blacksmith. There's no way to just take off an aspect. You just salvage the item now and you get the aspect, which those are fine. Now into the negatives. Okay. The whole game feels like it's been completely simplified, and I feel like it's done that way on purpose because it's on Game Pass now, and they know that they've alienated the core player base, the fans, the guys that have just played this franchise forever. They know they've alienated us, and so they've tried to fix the game a little bit to market to people that be more welcoming to people that have never played Diablo before, aka people on Game Pass, because it's on Game Pass. So when you've put that game for free, basically in front of however many people, I wonder how many people have Game Pass. Let's look up and see. So as of February 2024, Xbox Game Pass had 34 million subscribers. Okay, so you've just put that game in front of 34 million people that may have not played an ARPG before. You make it real simple for them to come in, blast, have fun, and that's that. So that's what I really think. I also think this was a beta test for the expansion baseline. They needed to rework everything and then have us test it. That's why we don't have a season. They needed to basically test the new Eternal Realm, which is what this is, before they can add any kind of seasonal power creep or anything like that on top of it. It's still a generator spender. I just, at its core, I hate the generator spender. I hate there's no mana pots. I hate that there's no passive regen of your skills that don't require an item. I hate that there's a Mickey Mouse tree that's basically 4 builds. I hate that you're limited on the amount of skills that you can use. You know, in PoE, you can use like 13. You know, I tried to have a necro build where I used decrepify and corpse tendrils, and then you couldn't have room for an ultimate or a minion skill. I mean, it's just, there's no movement skill, there's no teleport for everybody, there's no, it's, y'all, it just sucks. It's just my opinion. If y'all like it, it's totally cool. I still love you. I don't care what y'all do, if you play it or not. But to me, it just so far missed the mark. I also had a conversation with DM the other day on his stream, and it was pretty interesting to me. He asked me what I thought about the open world, and I really hadn't thought about that. Maybe the open world is the reason why the game is so weird, for lack of a better term. But we were talking about it. He said, do you prefer the instance play, or do you like the open world? And I don't really like the open world, to be honest with you. I think it's a burden. I think it's super inefficient. I think it's I feel like it really missed the mark there. I don't know. I feel like it was, they tried something and it just didn't work. Some guys, like DM said, he likes running around and meeting random people and coming into that encounter, but I'm used to instance play, running dungeons, being efficient. Um, not that I'm efficient at all, but you at least make an attempt to be efficient. So that's where I'm at so far. I really hadn't messed with tempering or masterworking or any of that. I'm going to try to dive back into it today. If you want to come watch me on Twitch, go ahead and come do that now. Um, I just don't know how far I'm gonna get. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to be professional. I'm trying to push forward. I'm trying to see some of the stuff that the game has to offer. But to me, it's a fundamental flaw in the game when I'm trying, but it's so boring that I can't get there. And it's so slow. I just can't say that enough. It feels like I'm playing Diablo 1. I don't understand why the movement has to be so slow. It's just absolutely horrible. So anyway, I logged back off. I went to PoE and started running around my hideout at the speed of light. And I was like, wow, it's unbelievable how fast I am. I wish the other game was like this. But that's my feelings so far. Stay tuned for part 2 of this. I'm going to try to give you all the opinions on the master working and all that stuff. I just, it's been tough. To be fair, I hadn't really seen anybody having any fun. I hadn't seen anybody screaming about the game. I hadn't seen anybody going, fuck yeah. I hadn't seen any of that. I did multiple what I call fun checks last night, just kind of jumped around on people's on Twitch, people's channels on Twitch to see what their body language was. And I saw a lot of the 1,000-yard stare and all this. So that's what it is. So again, if your only complaints were itemization, you might enjoy the game now. If you have other complaints, you're probably not going to enjoy the game. It's still the same game, still trash UI, still feels like a mobile game. There's still only 7 different faces to customize. There's still the same tattoos, the same makeup, the same this, same that. You'd think that they would have added some other shit with these 7,000 teams that they have. But y'all, here's the reality. It just boils down to this. They're using the same engine that they used on Diablo 3. It doesn't have the damn technicalities of space, the whatever, to run this modern thing. And I kept saying it a bunch of times last night. I don't understand why they didn't invest into a new engine or use Unreal Engine 5 or use something that's already out there. Instead, this is literally like a reskin. There was a bunch of glitches last night. I was lagging way more than I ever lagged in PoE. It just felt bad. Got a new parody video out. Well, it's not really a video. It's just a song of me. I got off stream last night and I just dropped it down in one take. So links, just go click on it. It's in the channel. Anyway, come see me on Twitch today. Appreciate y'all. See you next time.